These are the forward thinkers, setting a new bar and reinventing for the new normal.
What makes it possible for a bank to be able to have the confidence to give someone credit?
From banking and fintech.
When we design products, it's very customer focused.
So what fintechs typically do is they give better access and more convenient access to customers to access financial services.
We put the customer as the beginning and the end of our business.
Payments and commerce, transport and logistics, to digital media, health, retail and agriculture. They are changing players of the decade whose innovations are creating a new and lasting template for success and changing the world around us. BD Future Series, brought to you by BusiessDay. Today on BusiessDay Future Series, we are headed to One Finance, the Nigerian fintech on a mission of providing credit to the underbanked consumer and SME segments in Nigeria. Founded in 2016 by brothers Chijioke and Ngozi Dozie, Onefi provides hassle-free loans without need for human intervention or bias in decision-making.
Hi there, my name is Emeka Modi and I am the COO here at Carbon. I joined the company in May of 2017, and what has been great about working at a company that's been at the forefront of the fintech industry here in Nigeria is that we've actually been pushing innovation and inclusion across all the products that we've been working on. So in terms of digital banking, you know, we started out as a lending company and we were one of the first, if not the first, to actually push out unsecured loans at the scale that is currently happening in the market. So while there seems to be a proliferation of other companies in the fintech space, we're actually the ones who started out in terms of the kind of volumes that you have across all the different banks that you have. Previously, it was almost impossible for you to get an unsecured loan unless you had some kind of special relationship with your bank. But here we are at Carbon, and what we did was really to democratize the access to unsecured funding in the market. And we've really been leading in this space. Now, as more players have come into the space, we've continued to innovate. So we're not only talking about the speed to which we actually get funding to customers, we're also talking about different products that actually make their lives a lot better. So what we believed in at Carbon is that if you gave people access to finance, then you actually help them improve their standing in life. So we started with unsecured loans, we've moved to bill payments, we're now doing investments, we're now doing savings, and what our plans are is to actually bring a whole host of services that form the fabric of everybody's daily lives into one place, into the daily app that they're going to be using on a daily basis, which is Carbon. And we have plans for not just supplying these features in the Nigerian market. We've already launched in Kenya. We've run a pilot for 3 months in Ghana, and we're working with a partner to bring the full-fledged product into Ghana. And by the end of 2020, we plan to be in at least 2 more territories.
The company, using data-driven features and a mobile-first strategy that suits today's consumers through its Carbon mobile app, is disrupting the traditional banking system.
One of the things that makes Carbon special is that we are very customer focused. So we believe in doing things for the customer, doing the right things for the customer. And even when we design products, it's very customer focused. I don't think we are disrupting traditional banking. I think we're actually adding to the ecosystem. there's a significant gap in terms of people that are underbanked and unbanked, and I think that more financial institutions and fintech companies can actually come into the market and actually serve them. So it's not really a disruption per se, but I think it's just more players helping to bring more people onto the financial system. One of Carbon's strength is the diversity of products that we have compared to other financial services providers in the market. So you have your traditional banks, and then you have your fintech digital lenders or your fintech savings company. What Carbon does well is that it actually provides a broad product range that covers all of this, where you have digital banking products, you have lending, and you have savings. So I think that's how Carbon can set itself apart from the rest of the players in the industry. Currently, Carbon operates in Nigeria and Kenya, and in 2020, the goal is to be in 3 additional countries: Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and Egypt. And over the next 3 to 5 years, we anticipate that we'll be in 10 more countries, including Uganda, Tanzania, the UK. So for us, it's really to provide a sort of financial services to a Pan-African audience and a diaspora audience as well.
Carbon, formerly known as Paylater, is the leader in the Nigeria fintech industry, providing a wide portfolio of products and services, from bill payments, airtime purchases, to loans for individuals and SMEs seeking working capital, to high-interest investment plans, free credit reports, and a wallet for its customers that reflects its versatility and its transition into a full-fledged digital bank.
The increased competition that we see across fintech is actually a very good thing for us as an industry, because it shows that we're maturing, it shows that customers are starting to accept the product, and trust is growing in digital services. I think the important things for us are to really start thinking about what's next, and we've always done that. From when we launched the very first digital lending service in Nigeria, we've always thought about what is next, how can we automate around the customer, how can we make the user journey and the services that we're providing more and more valuable to the customer. So as we think around it, we're building a service for customers and for Africans, and we center them around all the experiences that we want to create in the app. So that is really staying very close to our customers and their needs, and those are ever evolving. And as long as our ears are to the ground, we're very close to our customers, but then we also know as a business where we want to go. I think that will keep us innovative as we proceed. So in a fast-moving industry where there's a lot of change, both on the regulatory side, but even on the customer side, we need to be very flexible, we need to be creative, we need to be innovative, and those are some of the things that we're very well known for. But I think that the goal for us is obviously to become one of the largest digital banks in Africa. And for us to do that, we need to really take the things that are broken about banking today, which is a not great understanding of the customer, inefficient processes, a lot of charges, and services that don't work for the customer. I think that the way our vision for it and the way we approach it is with the knowledge that people don't want banks, but they need banking services. And so if we're evolving in a way where we're providing these services in a way that is part of a person's everyday life as opposed to something that you do, we think that will put us in very significantly positive position. But that's the way we're thinking about the vision going forward, and how we build out our digital bank. There are two things in particular that make Carbon such a special product. I think one is that we're a team of mavericks, and known to take risks and not limit ourselves in terms of what we think is possible. So it's like we started with being a pure play lending service, allowing people to access money instantly on their mobile phones, which obviously was a very new thing for the market. But we also realized that there was a lot of other services we could offer to our customers and a lot of customization that we could bring to them. And so that then brought us to expanding our product suite. So then we started with bill payments, we started investments, we have a finance manager in the app that allows people to track their income and expenses. We have a wallet where people can store value and earn interest on the money that they make on a month-on-month basis. And all of that comes into a singular vision, which is to innovate around the customer. And I think that's one of the things that's very strong about the services that we provide. So, as head of product, it is part of my responsibility is to make sure that we're always thinking about what's next. And I think that's the second strong thing about us. We're never comfortable. We're always thinking about what is the next product that can change the market. What's the next country that we can go into to expand our services? And so it's both of those things work hand in hand to make Carbon the product that it is today and beyond.
Since launching in 2016, Carbon has over 1.8 million users with registered revenue of about $10.4 million and more than $35.6 million in disbursed loan.
Hi there, my name is Chijioke Kusami. I'm the Chief People Officer of Carbon. It's been quite an exciting ride. How would I describe our culture? So, our culture is one of innovation. Innovation drives everything we do as an organization. Innovation drives everything that we consider our differentiating factors. So when we look for people who are primed, we look for people who are passionate about what they believe in and passionate about our products and the company. We look for people who can execute rapidly. We look for people who are innovative. We look for people who are maverick, so people who are a bit ambiguous, people who think outside the box, people who look at one problem and see it in a different way, or who introduce a different way of looking at a particular problem, people who are execution oriented, and people who are data driven. Our culture is one of openness. We have like a family support kind of cultural description. You're encouraged to share your ideas because innovation is one of our differentiating factors, or one of the things that allow us to differentiate our products. We encourage an open culture. So, for instance, I don't have an office. I have an open desk policy, so anybody can walk up to anyone in the organization and say, "Oh, I have this idea," or "I have this challenge," and it's looked at. So I think that really encourages people to settle down very quickly when they join, and it also encourages creativity. And then it provides an enabling environment for people to actualize their potential. So we have a lot of fun, but we work really, really hard. We have a culture that encourages learning and development. We have a more informal methodology that provides personalized leadership and management intervention whenever it's necessary. We have almost a flat structure, so we have agility, so there's no hierarchical full stops or hierarchical bumps. So it's quite a fun place to work in. I love it here. I think the people are amazing. I think our products are amazing. I think it's an amazing company, and I think that we are primed to take over the world even.
Carbon has impacted my business and personal life immensely, as in personally, you know, there are some times where you're broke as an entrepreneur and then you're looking at your next deal, maybe the money is going to come in a couple of days or a couple of months. So Carbon, I use Carbon as a stopgap measure to get the money that I need to get by between then and when I get my next. So it has been, it's personal, both personally and the business wise, it's been the best app, financial app that has ever. My best features and the best Carbon features that I use are the transfers, which is the lowest so far for interbank transfers, that's at 10 naira. I do a lot of transfers daily and weekly, so the transfer feature, I use it a lot. And then the payment of bills feature, I pay a lot of my bills, that is power bills, DSTV bills, and you know, everything. And then yes, until recently when I was kind of coerced to start using the Paybest, I'm actually loving the feel-good factor of the Paybest because, like I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. There are some businesses that give more returns than what they do, but I found out that putting some money away and watch it grow daily and weekly, it gives you that good feeling that yes, my money is safe with Carbon, and then I can withdraw it at any time. So those are my 3 key Carbon features that I love most.
The company recently won Best Digital Loan Provider of the Year and the Best Loan App at the 5th Nigerian Finance Innovation Award 2019, and also awarded Best FinTech Solution in Africa at the Apps Africa Awards. The company also secured Africa's first credit rating for a fintech platform, achieving a BB rating with stable outlook from Global Credit Rating Company.
So the plan for Carbon is to continue to innovate, continue to listen to the customers, and I think what sets us apart from all the other platforms is, one, we're actually delivering a bunch of services that our customers, that the customer base out there really wants and really pushes the boundaries in terms of what is possible from your mobile phone, because at this point in time, a lot of work and a lot of innovation is driven on the mobile platforms. So Carbon started out a lot of the things that you're seeing in the market now, which we now take for granted: the speed to actual decision making, the speed to disbursement, the speed to having access to your funding. And we continue to innovate by working with adding more and more smart, determined and hardworking people to our team, creating more and more partnerships with third parties where we're adding value that may not only exist in our platforms, but values that exist in other partner platforms. So we think that as we build our ecosystem, as we build our partnerships, we'll be able to create the kind of value add that our customers have come to expect and take for granted actually on our platform. So very exciting times ahead, very hard work obviously for us to keep staying in front, but we're really confident that we can continue to do so.
One of the barriers we face as a Pan-African company is that each different country has their own spin on regulation. So when you look at Europe, where you have the same system across all the EU members, in Africa, Kenyan regulation is different from Nigerian regulation, which is different from Ghanaian regulation. So I think the challenges for Carbon is having to navigate each regulatory body in each country. And that sort of slows us down, but it's not insurmountable. But it's, if we had one African regulator, that would make our expansion path quicker. We chose the name Carbon from our old name Paylater because carbon reflects what we want to be for our customers. We want to be everywhere. Carbon is the most common element in the world. It's, and it's very flexible. It's as, soft as graphite and hard as diamonds. So with Carbon, we see ourselves more as a lender. We see ourselves as a partner to our customers, providing your traditional financial services products, but also going into things like healthcare, insurance, so we will be providing more services to our customers that are more than your typical digital financial services provider. I think another reason why Carbon is different from other sort of fintech players is that we are regulated by the Central Bank of Nigeria. We also have our own credit rating from Global Credit Rating. So one of the things that is important to us is transparency and making sure that our customers are protected. And I think that's why we opted to be regulated, so that our customers have that assurance that they're safe with us, their data is safe with us, and there is a third party they can sort of complain to or seek guidance from if we do not meet up to our promise to our customers.